Hey, are we live? So good at this. Is it still spinning? The last time they told me it was actually still live while I was spinning like that. Uh, smile at your, oh, shoot.
Are we live? Yeah,
Are we
because
live?
it's counting
All
down.
right, we're on. Hi, guys. We'll give everybody some time to join us. Sorry, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to make it. Are you on? Oh, no, no, no. I really suck at this technology thing. I almost just ended the whole live video. So
Oh, good. Oh, geez.
just keep your phone to the side. This is my daughter, Lena. She's the one I posted about earlier that I had to take to the ER because she fell down. So we'll discuss that in a minute. And this is my other daughter, Lexi. This is the one that broke her arm 6 times because she falls down a lot too. It definitely runs in the family, so all you doctors can stop telling me to get checked because unfortunately there is no help for me. None at all. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Patrick.
Hi from New
Sandy wants to be my
Jersey.
friend. Hello, Denison, New Jersey. Hey, Kelly.
Can't wait for this.
She's done crying, Jennifer.
Yeah.
She's no longer crying, so we can laugh about it now. I mean, I've been laughing about it the whole time. We'll talk about it here in a minute. The foot is not broke. She did not break her ankle. She just sprained it really bad. She's in an air cast and on crutches. So, Texas Realtor Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Michael. So, yeah, so it's Lena. This one's Lena, and this one's Lexi. Lexi's 12, broke her arm 6 times. Lena's 16, and I think she's only broke her thumb for wrecking a bike. But otherwise, she sprains her ankles and just usually she's laughing the whole way down because she's like me. I can see you in there fixing your hair, so will you stop it?
Oh, I forgot we're live.
Hi, Gabe. Oh, kids these days, they just don't pay any attention. Like mother, like daughter. Yes, definitely. And my mom also falls a lot too. I remember growing up, she was constantly twisting her ankles too. We're just a clumsy family, and now that she's older, she falls more, and unfortunately, she gets hurt.
Do you all
It's not as funny for her.
do you all have a
Connective
connective
tissue
tissue
disorder.
disorder?
No, no, we just have the lucky gene that we fall a lot. Um, I almost fell out of showing today, but I didn't. But I'll tell you about that one because that was even more embarrassing. um, Hi, Jason. My laughter is infectious. Yeah.
Hey, Sarah fell down the bleachers once and photobombed cheerleaders and she's falling.
Who's that? Oh, Sarah.
Sarah. I don't know who Sarah
Somebody named Sarah fell. Oh, I see it. Fell down the bleachers once and photobombed cheerleaders. That would be good. Did they get that on video?
is.
All right, we'll give everybody one more minute to join here. Thanks for joining me on a Friday night, especially on short notice. I never know what my schedule is going to be. So my daughter cleared my schedule today when she fell down the driveway and I had to take her to the ER. So that pretty much cleared the books for me. So I'm here. And so is she. So we'll start with that story while we're waiting for others to join. So my kids were supposed to go on vacation with their dad tonight. They were going to drive. We live in Wisconsin. So they were going to drive to South Dakota to Mount Rushmore and to see the Badlands and stuff. So my daughter in her hurry was running down our driveway, and our driveway is literally it's steep. I fall down it constantly, but we had these little rubber nuggets for landscaping. They call them rubber nuggets. It's like mulch, but it's rubber. Anyway, there were some of those on the driveway, and I imagine she slid on those and just sprawled out on the driveway on our cement driveway, banged up her ankle. She skinned both knees. Um, she wasn't laughing. I was laughing because all I could think is, there I am. You know? And the only thing she was worried about, she's going to be embarrassed when I say this, she was worried because the hot guy that lives across the street saw her biff it. Way to make an impression. He's new to the neighborhood.
So you see this.
You could have helped her up. What is it with men not helping ladies up? I mean, come on. I threw myself naked in front of a guy and he didn't even offer me a hand. Usually I at least expect dinner.
Yeah.
No, but really. So she's fine. We had x-rays. She's fine. She's just clumsy old me. Hi, Marilyn. So next thing I want to talk about is I received a lovely gift in the mail. I'm going to read you this first. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you the pretties first. So it's a pack of undies. And they are much prettier than what I was wearing that day. I can guarantee it. I'll ask the guy to be sure, but I'm pretty sure that they weren't this pretty. Anyway, it was sent right to my office and it's anonymous. It just says, these are both comfortable and stylish. I had the same set. I hope you and any unsuspecting clients who may see them enjoy the combination of style and function. LMAO, from a fellow klutzy chunky real estate girl. So that is perfect. Thank you so much. And she even guessed my right size. Can you believe that? How well does that woman know me? I'm kind of worried.
She didn't guess it right on.
What? They have to get the guess. They're from Kentucky? No, that's just the fulfillment. So we don't have an address, so there's nobody that I can thank or anything. How hot is it up here? It wasn't too bad today. It was actually really nice today. You tried to push your cat off the couch and you tore your rotator cuff. Oh my God, I would kill that cat. I wouldn't kill it really. I like cats. Weebles, they do more than wobble. That's why I always told my kids when they were like sitting up and they tip over, I'd say Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Apparently mine fall down and they just bounce. So anyway, I took a younger client on a showing today. It's always fun showing properties that are rented because you are never prepared for what you're going to walk into. You just pray, and keep your fingers crossed that the tenants aren't home. Well, today, it's a college town. It was a college rental. They were home. But we didn't know that. We went through the whole house in the dark until we got to the bedroom. And then the guy like opened the door and he quick slammed it shut. I'm like, why? What's in there? He's like, there's somebody in the bed. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We got to get out of here. So then we were getting out of the duplex, right? And I'm like struggling with the lockbox. I'm not kidding. It was like 5 minutes of me struggling to get the keys to fit back in this lockbox that's hooked to the doorknob. I could not get it. So I'm like fumbling. And to the guys on the other side, because we had yet to make contact with them because we pretty much ran out there when we knew they were home. So anyway, I finally, after 5 minutes, I get the keys back in. But to them, it must have sounded like I was trying to break in. So my guy and I, we were walking back across the street to our cars, and 3 guys come flying out of that duplex, and they're like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" I'm like, "Dude, I was just trying to show your house. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were home. I said hello." And he's like, "Well, they never told us you were coming." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I'll reschedule, But it's like terrifying when you're the realtor in that situation because you're like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" So my solution always is run. You just bolt. I told the guys, I hope you don't want to see this. We're not seeing it today. So anyway, that's the story from today. Once fell next to a bus in downtown Chicago with my dress over there. Didn't even get a date. I know. I didn't get a call back either. No, I'm just kidding. He totally called me back. So, so back to my original story about that guy and his fiance. Great couple, lovely couple. I really adore them. And I think they adore me now too. How can they not? I mean, he's seen me naked and she's okay with it. What better couple could there be? No, really, we had our inspection on the house so they didn't purchase the house that I gave full exposure on. They're purchasing a different house. So we met up earlier this week in person. It was just him and I, and then the inspector guy. And before he had got there, I had filled in my friend that's the inspector. I consider him a friend. Everybody's my friend, whether they want to be or not. So anyway, I was filling him in on me falling in front of this guy and, how the video has gone viral and how much attention it's gotten. The guy hadn't seen the video yet. My inspector friend hadn't seen the video yet. Look at she thinks my dimples are cute. So the inspector guy hadn't seen the video, so I had filled him in. I said, "Hey, when you get home tonight, have your kids show you that video because they've probably seen it because it's everywhere." So we were on, the buyer finally shows up. That guy came without his fiance, which is fine. She's cool. Anyway, so right away, my inspector friend, he just like makes a joke about it. I'm like, geez, I didn't mean to say his name. I'm like, shut up. And he's still making the thing, and the buyer's like, what? So I'm like, well, he knows about the video on my fall, and then the guy was like, the buyer was kind of embarrassed. He goes, yeah, I didn't know what to do. He was going on to say, I really thought you dropped dead. I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish I died there on that ground that day because it was embarrassing. And everybody's like, if you're so embarrassed, how can you tell this story? It's like, I have no shame.
Yeah.
It happens so often that I have no shame. I'll laugh at it because it happens so often. So you get used to laughing about it. So it's not a big deal to me. Yes, it's embarrassing to talk about to him, and it was embarrassing to talk about it to him and his fiance. But she was really mad at him. Well, not really mad at him, but I mean, she was like, "Did you at least help her up?" And he's like, "I froze. I didn't know what to do." And I'm like, "That's right. I picked up all my crap." So she was giving him crap about that he should have at least helped me up. He did not, but that's all right. I'm a big girl. I can get myself up. I mainly bounce and then I just hop right back up. So Ryan feels like they were there with me. I'm glad you weren't there with me, and everybody's asking like where they can find the footage for that. And I know I'm really praying that there is no like ring camera in that area because it would be humiliating for sure. Because like I said, my fat roll had rolled over my undies and it was not a pretty sight. So now I got new underwear that maybe, and then these on the package it was actually called, what was that called? They were called No Muffin Top. So I think this is the solution to all my problems. And I just spit that all my problems that they won't roll underneath my fat roll. So we'll see. But she recommends them, the lady that sent them to me. And so thanks. Totally unexpected. I never in a million years thought I'd have a stranger send me underwear, but thanks for that. It's funny because now I'm getting messages from all over the country, and I've done a couple of interviews and don't want to talk about how famous I am. But this one girl, I'm not going to call her out by name, but boy, she sure made my day. Out of the blue, well, she had sent me a message saying, I really laughed at your video or whatever. And then, like, several hours later, she sent me her bra size. I'm like, reading, and I'm like, what? And she followed up with quick, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. That was not meant for you. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to know your bra size, but thanks. And then she sent me a picture and says, here they are. She was fully clothed. Just full disclosure there. She was fully clothed, but I sure got a kick out of it. So there's a lot of people that have awesome sense of humors to go along with mine, but they help feed into that. What? Oh, their dad is watching. So
Hi,
they're
Dad.
supposed to be on vacation, but I told her, I said, next time you want to get out of vacation with your dad, you don't have to throw yourself down the driveway. You can just say so.
Somebody asked
So,
if you're always happy. And
am I always? Yeah.
She's always like this. She's always laughing and musing. All day long.
I think I'm pretty damn funny. They get so embarrassed by me. Their friends think I'm funny. Their friends like coming over because they like me.
Like, how's Mama Sam?
Yeah. Like I said, like we'll go to Walmart and I'll end up like chatting up Chatty Cathy in the checkout line. This was before COVID, but it probably still happening. We walk away and my daughters are always like, do you know them? I'm like, never seen them before in my life. But now I know their whole story. I can tell you their last 10 years work history, where they live, who they're dating, everything. Because I guess I'm that. In my younger years, people would say I wasn't approachable, but now that I'm old and fat, I must be super approachable because now they just tell me everything. So yeah. So what did I miss? What does everybody want to talk about?
Oh, somebody said, how do your kids deal with the thing that you have?
Well, she's my oldest child. She's like super excited by all the views and she's always coming, oh my God, you just passed 5 million. And this one over here, she's like, will you just listen to me for a second? I'm like, I can't. Did you see this? So we had this deal when COVID first started. She's been on TikTok, so she was always like trying to get likes. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna start TikTok. This was back in March. I'd never even opened TikTok. So I did a TikTok and my first video got over 600,000 views. So she was pissed. She's like, I don't get it. I got 14 and you got 600,000. I'm like, I don't know. It was a really dumb video. I mean, it was really dumb. But yeah.
Um,
Yes, I love the cartoon that Peggy Blankenship drew. She's very talented. It was perfect. The model could have been a little bit fatter probably, but I will never complain. And the shoes were still on, which a lot of people have a problem with. But do you know how hard it is to draw feet? It's really hard. So she did great. I never asked her to do it. She just did it and sent it to me after she watched the video, which was great. What else we got here? We got Shane from West Virginia.
love your daughters.
They're like, when I like do stupid shit at home, they're always um, like, Mom, come on, you're so dumb. I'm like, I think I'm funny. It runs in my family. My brother and my sister can totally top me. I mean, my brother can have me rolling, and my sister, she's like quick. It's like right there. It just comes out.
And they all laugh like that too. All laugh. They all do that.
And when me and my sister and my mom get going, it's like you can't even breathe. It's just once you get to that point, it's like the tears are gonna start coming, and you just can't stop it.
Well, that's like,
Stop fixing your hair.
like when you called to tell grandma about the
Oh,
story now that grandma's house, and it sounded like grandma was crying. I thought somebody had died and mom was calling to tell her. But here it's because mom fell over.
and my mom was literally like laughing
She was
crying on the
crying
phone
so hard, and I thought somebody seriously had died. But here she just fell.
again.
Again.
Yeah, yeah. HGTV should hook me up. I was contacted by. Well, I was on a podcast out of Madison, Wisconsin for Radio 105.5. I think it was Jonathan and Kitty in the morning. And then I did a TV interview with Right This Minute. I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of the show. I don't have cable. I mean, who's got time for that? I hope you do. So your 19-year-old daughter gets embarrassed. I know. Someday they're going to be just like us, so they need to just chill out. So I did Right This Minute the other night, and I've heard that that's aired at least once. Several people have reached out to me. I'm not sure what it airs on, but it's aired, and people have commented that they've seen it. So that's pretty cool. How tall am I, Patrick? Tall enough to know better. No, I'm about 5'8". Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh, so don't even ask Patrick. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Aunt Bev's on. Hi, Aunt Bev. She's so supportive.
Oh, Lori, my foot's doing better.
Yeah.
I didn't break it.
Her foot will be fine. Her pride in front of the cute guy out across the street might be another story. I mean,
I really hope I wasn't watching.
oh, and a lot of people they don't like that I fat shame myself, and I apologize. I really don't have a low self-esteem or self-confidence. As you can tell, I'm happy. I pretty much accepted this is my life. What's my TikTok? They're asking. Is it SamStaskal?
Yeah, I think if you just look up SamStaskal, it'll come up.
Yeah, it's under my real name, and you'll see my picture. It's on there. There's some videos. Like I said, they're really dumb, but I thought they were dumb, but people can relate to the stories, I guess. So, Brenda's watching us from her pool in Arizona. You could have been at a pool in Minnesota if you would have thrown yourself down the driveway.
Texas is awesome. How are you recording this? I missed the beginning. Yeah,
I'll post it. What? Girls need to speak louder. You're not hitting the mic. Sorry. Have I ever embarrassed my kids? Let me tell you about this one time. It was great. Where were you going? Oh, it was last winter what sport was it? You guys were going to state. Was that basketball? So they were in line to get on the bus outside. And I said goodbye to my daughter inside, and I was like, bye, Lena. And all of her friends from all over were like, bye, Mama Sam. And my daughter's like, oh my God, that's my mom. So then we get outside, and she's in line for the bus, and I'm like, Lena, I need a hug, bye. And I go running over at the same time as some girls coming up doing a live video of the whole bus line, and she gets to me, and I'm like waving to her, and Lena's like, oh my God, Mom, will you just go away?
That video, that would go viral too. It was I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember who was recording, but you can hear people in the background. Hi, Sam. She's our friend Renee. Whenever she sees me, wherever she's at, she will scream from across the room. Hi, Sam.
Yeah, it usually shocks me because it's like, oh, who's that? But it's always Renee
Yeah.
or Ashlyn. Yeah. So, how long have we been on? You gave me the Janet says you gave me the biggest laugh ever. Somebody had asked about, they were thinking about going into real estate, and other people have asked how long I've been in the biz. Well, I came in with a bang. I came in last May of 2019. It was a great time for me to come in. I was just at a point where I hated my current job, and I knew it wasn't healthy for me anymore to be in that environment. So I made the decision that I was going to leave my full-time job as a graphic designer, and I was going to pursue real estate full-time. And luckily for me, it panned out. I didn't have to go beg for my job back, but I wouldn't have done that anyway. But so far it's working out. So I've only been in for a little over a year. Um, and so it's been great. And right now, the market's incredible where I live. Probably most places in the United States is incredible. So hi, cousin Tammy. Tammy's on. Angela asked what my TikTok is. I'll just repeat that. You should be able to search for me by name. It would be SamStaskal. You'll see my picture. It's all out there. So, it might be. I have a lot of friends in Canada now. I'm totally gonna go there someday when I have money. So, I also have a channel on YouTube that I've started, and I'll post this video there too, because somebody says I need to be more on YouTube because not everybody has Facebook, and I guess I can send links for YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Somebody said beautiful.
it's your contagious. What did that say? It's your contagious laughter that woke me up the other day, and you woke up your 4-month-old daughter. Oh, that sounds like me because I'll be laying in bed and I'll be watching TikTok like on really low volume, and my 4-year-old sleeps with me. Yes, I have no shame. So he sleeps with me, and my boyfriend's on the other side. So he sleeps in between us. So then I'll start like laughing where the bed starts shaking because I'm laughing so hard because I'm trying not to wake him up. But usually I have to end up turning it off because I don't want to wake him up. So I saw Andy Barth joined us. Lori, all kinds of people. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind. The video's been live now for 2 weeks. I'm not sure how many videos or how many views we're up to. I think it's over 11 million just on Facebook. And then I think it's over 500,000 on YouTube. And I'm not sure the other places that it is. I know a lot of people have shared it, so I'm not sure. I'm not even sure where it's at. I just get people are like, how did this get in my feed? I'm like, I understand how any of this crap works. I just show up in people's feed. I'm like, good morning. So yeah, so we're all doing good. I people have given me a lot of ideas of what I can get that guy and his fiance for closing gifts, which are great. I can either give them a framed illustration. Somebody sent me like a lawn ornament where it's the lady bent over with the bloomers underneath that are polka dotted. And then what else? Somebody else said something. Oh, somebody else said I should give them a spray bottle of Shout for all their grass stains. That's great. I love that. And I'm looking into getting some merchandise printed. One of the things people have been suggesting and requesting is granny panties with graphic on it. So if I do that, I'll definitely give his fiance some of those. Oh, and she rode me like a sled. I'm gonna do something fun with that too. I have to work on that a little bit more. Yeah, that one, like I said, everybody keeps coming back to that story and they want to hear more about that story. There really is nothing more to tell about that story because at the time that it happened, it was not at all funny. I mean, like I said, I got hurt. I ripped my hand open. I was bleeding the rest of the showing. It was only funny afterwards when I had time to think about it and how it all must have seemed when I scooped her up. Totally unsuspecting whether she wanted to go sledding or not. We were going.
Somebody saw it in Australia.
Oh, the video? Really? Yeah. So I sell houses in Georgia. No, I do not. I'm only licensed in the state of Wisconsin. I've had a lot of people reach out. I would love to work with all of you. I would. I'd be a very happy woman. But I can't. I don't have money to travel there, and I know nothing about the market. So what I can do is if you send me your information. We have a relocation department that works with agents all over the world. And I made a live about this the other day. But if you're looking to move and you don't know like who's a reputable realtor in your area, I can refer you and they will put you in touch with an equally amazing agent in that area. I mean, I can't promise they'll be as good as me, but I'm sure they will be top notch. Top notch.
You might not laugh as hard.
They just might have their shit together and not fall down. Sorry for the swear word. But I don't know how else to phrase it, that they might have their crap together and they'll still be able to do a good job with their crap together. I mean, they don't have to pick their crap up all over the yard. I mean, that's a bonus, right? I think that's a bonus.
Who was the artist of your thing?
Oh, the person that drew the cartoon image, I don't know if cartoon's the correct thing to call that, is Peggy Blankenship. She's from Maryland and she has, oh, what was the name of her website? I'm sorry, Peggy, I forgot your website. Mutito.com. I put it should be linked underneath the drawing, the original drawing on my Facebook page. You definitely buy a t-shirt? I'm working on that. I am. I just have to find out what their turnaround time is on getting it printed and shipping, and if I have to set up a storefront or what. But we are definitely doing something. I can promise you that. The underwear is the part that I'm hung up on right now, and I'm trying to find some place that will source the underwear. The one I did find was I would never pay that much for underwear. Never in a million years. That's why my underwear are ugly. Apparently mine aren't the no muffin top one. Mine are literally the granny panties. I mean, for all I know, my mom gave them to me. I have no idea. Oh, when you reach a certain point, you're like, you just don't care anymore about that stuff. And I guess I got to that point a little early in life that I might want to go back and fix that now, because apparently I show them more than I wanted to. So, yeah.
We love you too,
Dana Barth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always cool when you see somebody that you know on.
I know.
Yeah. I got recognized at my son's school the other day too, even with my mask on. The lady's like, "Oh, you're that realtor that made that video." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you recognize me." She goes, "No, your name's on your car." I'm like, "Oh, I suppose." That's why I'm a really bad driver, and I apologize for anybody that might have seen me. Oh no! Did you do something?
No.